Some examples of a formal test include standardized test, reading readiness tests, diagnostic tests, and tests that are part of reading programs. For more specific single-subject reading tests, please see the link below. These include comprehensive tests, test of word reading efficiency, and grade oral reading tests. A comprehensive reading assessment should measure your child's decoding and receptive language skills. This includes alphabet, word recognition, phonics, spelling, fluency, and passage comprehension. Once assessments and testings have been made, it is the teacher's responsibility to interpret these results into strategies. Guidance may be given by reading specialists, learning disability specialists, special educators, speech and language pathologists, and clinical psychologists, and school psychologists. Test results will highlight what areas of reading the student is struggling with, which may be a particular skill or concept. Now, strategies addressing the student's weakness areas are to be implemented. To ensure a purposeful, explicit teaching-based strategy, you as a teacher should be looking for research-based instructional practices that improve student outcome in learning. One of the many evidence-based strategies is to start with a balanced approach. A balanced approach combines the best features of the two, meaning emphasis approach and skills-based approach, to teaching and combine them into one balanced approach. Children need a balanced literacy program if they are to develop all necessary skills and strategies for independence in reading and writing. The idea of balance within the literacy curriculum applies not only to what is to be taught, but how it is to be taught. This involves a combination of explicit instruction and child-centered learning, adjusted as far as possible to the needs of individual children and the demand of their reading difficulty. Another evidence-based strategy I'll be discussing today is using the 4-block literacy framework in your classroom. The 4 blocks literacy framework understands that children are different in the way that they learn, so several different approaches are incorporated daily into reading and writing instructions. Children enter our classes with varying language and literacy levels, and children have different personalities and needs. The goals of guided reading are to increase students' background knowledge, oral vocabulary meanings and comprehension skills, application of reading strategies in various text types, and reading fluency throughout repeated readings. The writing goals are to improve students' independent writing skills for real purposes, written language skills at an individual pace, and expressive language skills by sharing what they've written. The self-selected reading goals are to develop students' receptive language by listening to read alouds, skills for selecting interesting reading materials, reading comprehensions, and expressive language by sharing what they've read. The fourth and final block is working with words. These goals are to increase students' recognition and fluency of high-frequency words, decoding and spelling of phonetically regular words. To conclude, there are many available resources for teachers and parents of children with reading difficulties. While I have just listed a couple of these evidence-based strategies, there are many books, websites, and professionals to seek with many more strategies out there. To conclude, there are many available resources for teachers and parents of children with reading difficulties. While I have just listed a couple of these evidence-based strategies, there are many books, websites, and professionals to seek with many more strategies out there.
Created using Powtoon.